Yes, my friends, things are heating up once again around the Baltimore Ravens, and we need to talk about something that has every Ravens fan paying attention. We all know Lamar Jackson is one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL, but somehow, the disrespect just keeps coming. Honestly, I have one dream. I want to see the Baltimore Ravens back in the Super Bowl. And why not this season? Many fans believe Lamar is about to silence every critic once again, while others think the latest rankings actually reflect where he belongs right now. I want to know which side you're on. Do you believe Lamar Jackson is still one of the best players in football? Or do you think the criticism he's receiving is fair? Leave your opinion in the comments. And if you've been a loyal Baltimore Ravens fan for more than 15 years, hit that like button as hard as you can. Alright, let's talk about Lamar Jackson. One of the biggest conversations surrounding the Ravens right now centers around Lamar Jackson and the latest rankings released before the upcoming season. Once again, the Ravens quarterback has found himself at the center of controversy after being ranked much lower than many people expected. The discussion became even bigger because one of the most surprising voices decided to publicly defend Lamar Jackson. That voice belonged to Mike Florio, who openly questioned how Lamar could possibly be ranked so low compared to so many other players around the league. The criticism comes after Lamar appeared at number 5 on a ranking put together by NFL coaches, executives, and scouts, while another player-generated top 100 list placed him all the way down at number 69. That dramatic difference immediately sparked debate across the football world. Many Ravens fans looked at those rankings and simply couldn't understand how one of the league's most talented quarterbacks could fall that far. Mike Florio argued that there simply are not dozens of NFL players who are better than Lamar Jackson. His point was straightforward. Even considering that Lamar dealt with injuries and missed games, he still believes the Ravens quarterback remains one of the elite talents in football. Florio even questioned the voting process itself, suggesting that the way players submit their ballots can create results that don't always reflect reality. The discussion quickly shifted toward what many people believe is the biggest factor behind these rankings: recency bias. Whenever a player misses time because of injury or doesn't produce the exact same statistics as previous seasons, public opinion often changes far more dramatically than it probably should. That's exactly what many people believe happened with Lamar Jackson. There's no denying that missing games naturally affects statistics. Fewer games usually mean fewer passing yards, fewer rushing yards, and fewer touchdowns. But many Ravens supporters believe those raw numbers don't tell the full story. They argue that Lamar's overall impact whenever he is on the field remains among the very best in the NFL. Another point that has generated discussion is the comparison with other quarterbacks. Some players who also dealt with injuries or missed significant time still received higher recognition in certain rankings. That inconsistency has led many fans to ask why Lamar seems to receive a different standard compared to some of his peers. The conversation isn't necessarily about declaring Lamar the best player in football. Instead, it's about whether placing him so far down accurately reflects his ability. Many people simply don't believe it does. What makes this situation even more interesting is that this isn't the first time Lamar Jackson has faced similar criticism. Earlier in his career, many people questioned his passing ability. Then he responded by winning another MVP award and proving plenty of doubters wrong. Because of that history, many Ravens fans believe this latest criticism could once again become extra motivation heading into the new season. Inside Baltimore, there doesn't appear to be much concern about outside opinions. The focus remains on preparing for the season ahead. The belief is simple: the best response will come on the field. While Lamar continues attracting national attention, another player is beginning to receive significant praise inside the organization. That player is edge rusher Mike Green. According to Ravens insider Jeff Zrebiec, Mike Green could become one of Baltimore's biggest breakout players this season. After showing flashes during his rookie year, expectations are now growing that he could take a major step forward. Green finished his rookie season with 3.5 sacks while playing a larger role than originally expected following changes within the defensive rotation. However, the most interesting part of the discussion comes from what the coaching staff reportedly believes. Defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver reportedly showed Green a video highlighting numerous plays where he came extremely close to recording sacks. The purpose wasn't to celebrate near misses. It was to demonstrate that Green consistently put himself in position to make game-changing plays. According to that evaluation, several of those plays were only inches away from becoming sacks. That type of film study often creates confidence for young players. Instead of focusing only on statistics, coaches examine whether a player consistently wins individual matchups, creates pressure, and disrupts opposing offenses. Those details don't always appear on the stat sheet, but they matter tremendously. The Ravens also believe that improvements throughout the defensive front could create even more opportunities for Green this season. With additional talent surrounding him, opposing offenses offensive lines may no longer be able to focus their full attention on one defender. That could allow Green to find more one-on-one situations where his athleticism and pass rushing skills become even more dangerous. Many observers believe Green possesses an impressive combination of speed, power, and pass rush moves. His ability to pressure quarterbacks could become one of Baltimore's biggest defensive strengths if everything develops the way coaches expect. Of course, sacks remain one of the easiest ways for fans to evaluate pass rushers. Some projections suggest Green could significantly improve his production this year. Others believe that even if his sack total isn't among the league leaders, his overall impact through pressures and disruption could still make him one of the defense's most valuable contributors. The Ravens have always placed tremendous value on building deep defensive rotations. Instead of asking one player to handle every snap, Baltimore traditionally rotates multiple pass rushers throughout games. That philosophy helps keep players fresh while creating different matchup advantages. Because of that approach, Green may benefit from sharing the field with several talented teammates. Fresh legs late in games often become the difference between pressures turning into sacks. Looking beyond individual players, another major topic involves Baltimore's overall path through the upcoming season. When examining the schedule, many people see several different phases. The opening stretch presents opportunities for Baltimore to establish early momentum. Starting strong has often been one of the keys for teams hoping to secure favorable playoff positioning later in the year. As the season progresses, the competition becomes much more demanding. Several difficult matchups arrive before the bye week, creating what many believe could become the defining stretch of Baltimore's season. Those games may ultimately determine playoff seeding, division positioning, and overall momentum entering December. The final portion of the schedule also features several important divisional matchups. Games inside the AFC North always carry additional importance because they often affect multiple playoff races at once. One belief surrounding this Ravens team is that they possess enough balance to compete against virtually anyone. Success won't depend entirely on the offense or entirely on the defense. Instead, many expect both units to complement each other throughout the season. There is also optimism that lessons learned from previous seasons can help Baltimore avoid repeating past mistakes. Every NFL season includes difficult moments. The challenge isn't avoiding losses entirely. It's preventing one loss from becoming multiple losses. Strong teams recover quickly. Championship teams usually improve as the season progresses. That mindset appears to be part of Baltimore's expectations entering this year. Another interesting discussion revolves around playoff paths. Some believe the Ravens may eventually need to defeat several of the AFC's established contenders if they want to reach the Super Bowl. Others believe newer contenders could emerge, creating an entirely different playoff picture. Regardless of who stands on the opposite sideline, the attitude surrounding Baltimore appears straightforward. The Ravens aren't looking to avoid difficult opponents. If their ultimate goal is winning a championship, they'll likely need to defeat some of the league's very best teams anyway. That confidence seems to reflect the culture inside the organization. Instead of worrying about national rankings or off-season predictions, the focus remains on preparation, improvement, and execution. For Lamar Jackson, this season represents another opportunity to remind everyone exactly why he remains one of football's most dynamic quarterbacks. Every criticism, every ranking, and every debate eventually disappears once games begin. For Mike Green, this could become the season where potential transforms into consistent production. For the Ravens as a whole, the opportunity is right in front of them. A talented roster, exciting young players, experienced leadership, and a schedule that presents challenges